After the First World War, the world hoped for lasting peace. But instead, harsh treaties, economic hardship, and rising dictatorships set the stage for an even deadlier conflict. Causes of World War II. In 1919, the Treaty of Versailles ended World War I, but it punished Germany severely. Germany lost land, colonies, and the right to build a strong military. The crushing reparations created bitterness and a hunger for revenge. Then came the Great Depression of 1929. Economies collapsed, millions were unemployed, and anger grew. This desperation opened the door for extremist leaders. In Italy, Benito Mussolini rose to power. In Germany, Adolf Hitler promised to restore national pride and expand the nation's strength. By 1933, Hitler became chancellor. He defied the Treaty of Versailles, rebuilt the military, and spread his dangerous vision of racial superiority, expansion, and hatred of Jews. The 1930s became a decade of unchecked aggression. Japan invaded Manchuria in 1931 and later China. Italy invaded Ethiopia in 1935. Germany marched into the Rhineland in 1936, annexed Austria in 1938, and then seized the Sudetenland from Czechoslovakia with Britain and France's approval in the Munich Agreement, a failed policy of appeasement. By 1939, Hitler was unstoppable. He took the rest of Czechoslovakia in March. That August, Germany and the Soviet Union signed a secret pact to divide Poland. On September 1, 1939, Germany invaded Poland. 2 days later, Britain and France declared war. World War II had begun. The war brought destruction on a scale never seen before. Germany conquered much of Europe, while Japan expanded across Asia. Britain fought for survival during the Battle of Britain. In 1941, Germany invaded the Soviet Union, and Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, bringing the United States into the war. From 1942 onward, the tide began to turn. The Soviets triumphed at Stalingrad. The Allies defeated Axis forces in North Africa. In the Pacific, the U.S. halted Japan at the Battle of Midway. By 1944, the Allies invaded France on D-Day and pushed toward Germany. In 1945, the Soviets entered Berlin. Hitler took his own life and Germany surrendered in May. In August, the U.S. dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan surrendered in September. The deadliest war in human history had ended. The Allies emerged victorious. The United States, Soviet Union, Britain, China, and Free France. Germany and Japan were occupied and rebuilt. The United Nations was created to maintain peace and prevent another world war. War crimes trials at Nuremberg and Tokyo brought justice to Axis leaders. The Marshall Plan rebuilt Europe, while Japan was transformed under U.S. guidance. But the scars of war also set the stage for the Cold War, a new rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union. In 1945, the world said, "Never again." Yet in 2025, history seems to echo itself. New alliances are forming, just as they did before World War II. On one side, a modern allied bloc of nations such as China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, and Venezuela challenges U.S. and Western dominance. On the other, a new axis led by the United States, Europe, Israel, and their allies stands in opposition. Will economic pressure, nationalism, and mistrust drive the world into a third Great War?